It's not hard to see that humanity is in turmoil. Across the United States and around the world, it seems that innumerable people are consumed with hate, rage, anger, and contempt for their fellow human beings. We can see it in online forums and in the streets, with family and friends and complete strangers. And it's easy to become frustrated. It's easy to see the vitriol, division, war, and injustice and become angry in response. How can you not be enraged at endless violence, corruption, exploitation, and millions, if not billions of people's tacit acceptance of it, if not enthusiastic cheering? I speak from experience. Though the values of peace, love, and freedom drive me and the work I do and the videos I make, the truth is that oftentimes I've allowed myself to get sucked into this constant stream of negativity. But guess what? It hasn't changed the world, and it perpetuates the exact same emotions and paradigms the corrupt establishment and ruling class thrive off.
Let the hate flow through you.
And it eats you from the inside out. And while I may not be wishing death and destruction on people I disagree with, as so many have done to me and innocent people around the world, I can tell you that combating negativity by stooping to that level has done nothing to change the world or add peace and love to it. And when I look around at those screaming in the streets, throwing tantrums and wishing unspeakable things on others, however loathsome those others may be,
what would be your welcome to President Trump?
Go home and please die.
I recognize something in them that I've seen in myself. An inner struggle. Over the years, I've developed the opinion that you can't really be reactive and angry and filled with rage about politics and current affairs unless you're also struggling with something deeper and more personal. As I've lashed out at those I feel are ignorant or brainwashed by the government and media institutions, I've suffered my own inner struggles. Because of pain inflicted on me by others in pain, I've caused pain to people I care about. I've lashed out at people on the internet because they were rude to me. I've caused hurt. I've acted from fear, whether of not being loved or accepted, or of the demise of humankind. I've lived out of alignment with my values of peace, love, and freedom, which aren't just values for the world, but for myself and my own life. And as I look around and see so much hurt and struggle, I can't help but believe others are suffering with things outside of the political world too. The mass shooter, the suicide bomber, the violent cop, the criminal politician, the angry protester spewing hate, even the internet user spinning out in all caps. They're all defined by their crimes, or at least their negativity and often rage, but also the struggles they must be facing on the inside, whether they're aware of them or not. Their lack of compassion for others often stems from their lack of compassion for themselves. Their lack of love for others often stems from their lack of love for themselves. Their submission to authoritarianism, violence, and fear often reflects an inability to be free or to want others to be free. This doesn't mean I'll never make another video calling out cognitive dissonance or the absurdity of the belief in government, a violent institution. It doesn't mean I'll snuff out my passion, because that's what drives me, always has, and always will. But I'm making this video to express my intention to all of you to live in alignment with my core values. To have compassion and love for myself so I can give it freely to others, to add to and elevate conversations rather than being dragged down to their current state of negativity. And I invite you all to join me. It starts with just a little bit of consciousness and effort, but it blossoms out towards everyone else we come into contact with and threatens the cold, heartless machinery of the state and its corporate cohorts. And though that alone may not be enough to save the world, and we must seek other solutions outside the realm of what's been offered to us by our rulers, I'm certain the world will never be changed without it. May we start with ourselves.